work. So, when last we left our intrepid heroes, now we are in Kaiba's story. We didn't get that far into it, but we finished Yuki's story. So, Lord Kaiba, our re-units have been attacked and we've lost contact. We're the only ones that reached the front line. We're doomed! We're doomed.
What are we going to do now, Kaiba? There's no way to even escape.
What are you afraid of? You're a program. Nothing but ones and zeros.
How can you be so calm? And what the heck are you talking about? If you don't do something right now, we'll be wiped out.
And you'll be the first one to die, Marthas.
Why did I ever volunteer to serve with you? You're crazy.
Forgive me, I cannot do this. And you, sir, are a fool. That voice!
Pegasus, how dare you join this insurgent rabble? You're a member of the ignoble families.
My job is to lead the country on the path of truth, not to serve the Emperor. You and Emperor Heishin have been conducting the affairs of state most hideously, a crime for which you must pay.
Amazing. He looks and sounds just like Pegasus.
Not only is our resistance more courageous than you will ever be, Marthas, we're smarter too. Surrender now and prepare to face my say you're sorry attack. He may be just another character here, but even his personality is just like that of the real Pegasus. At least he's not hitting on me like the real one. All forces, attack! Especially you, Kaiba boy. I had to. That was so horrible, I know, but I had to. Oh no. Nice crit. And down he goes. That was weird. Had a weird catch for a moment there. Ooh, nice. Thanks to 2 criticals, I was able to beat this guy, fend this guy off in one sitting. Didn't think I could do that. Not with his low-level Performat, especially. There's no way I'm cracking through the defense of giant soldier of stone. Yes, because everyone loves getting rickrolled. I have an ace up my sleeve. Ah, Dragon Zombie, if you really want to talk to me about old school. Too bad Great Man with a Gold Find doesn't exist in this game, because I have its fusion materials sitting next to each other. Yeah, Dragon Zombie and Armored Zombie are very broken in this game. It's not even remotely fair how OP the two of them are. Alright, let's send Kaiba. Oh, never mind. But yeah, I can never do Pegasus's voice, abridged or not. The only thing that I do well with him is, that's the only thing I do well when it comes to him. And fun fact, the enemies do not respawn, because they actually don't have a respawn point. Labyrinth Ruler, huh? Too bad we don't have the Paradox Brothers in this game. Alright, troops, transform and roll out. Obvious joke is obvious while having Machine King. I don't really need to. Well, I guess if you're going to delve into meme culture, you may as well embrace it. Because they will truly never give you up. Ha ha ha. I love how I literally gave Kaiba 2 of his monsters and then 1 monster that isn't his, but it's strong enough to be one of his monsters. That would be the Blackluster Soldier. That and it's close to matching Kaiba's color orb. Yeah, so this one hidden mechanic that this game never really tells you about. If you get a monster, I almost said Pokemon. If you get a monster closest to the user's color of orb, they will actually gain bonuses. They gain some attack bonuses, defense bonuses. They might be able to attack more often. Because as you can see, Blackluster Soldier hits like a truck now. So that should give you an idea. I also gave Kaiba Gaiaku Tenno Megami because, well, that monster actually is his. You only see him use it once, and it's to jam the gun of one of Pegasus's bodyguards. And it still begs the question, what are those cards made of? Yeah, clearly the cards are made out of mahogany. Oh, I missed. Okay, what's the deal? You get to attack like 7 times while I only attacked you 3 times. And 1 was a miss. That time you missed. And that takes care of him. And now take out Pegasus in the most glorious way possible. It's judgment time for the Imperial forces! And of course he has 3 cartoonish monsters, because it's Pegasus. Hey, Paradragon. Eat this. You missed. Time for a grand entrance. Obelisk is not amused! torment. They are stronger than we thought. Retreat! Good evening, my young Lord Kaiba. Ooh, Ooh, Kaiba boy. Pegasus? Yes, it is I, Pegasus J. Kreutzer, your arrival on the battlefield just some short time ago. I am the ruler of Maria Den, and now the leader of the Resistance. It's an honor to meet you. What brings you to the enemy camp, Pegasus, and why the fake retreat? Just what I would suspect from the leader of the Imperial Guard. You saw right through my phony withdrawal. I am pleased that you realized it for what it was. I pulled my forces back because as we were fighting, I got a strange feeling that you are very different from the Emperor's other staff. That's it? A strange feeling? You cannot fool me, good sir. I am not a patriotic nobleman and leader of the Resistance for nothing. I may not know why I felt what I did, but I'm sure I'm right. You have not sworn loyalty to the Emperor, have you? Perhaps. Then again, maybe I should just call for the guards and have you taken into custody. No, you will not do that. Like I said, I know. Anyway, the reason I've come to see you is to invite you to join the Resistance. Excuse me? We were in the midst of fighting but moments ago. Why ask me to join? As the saying goes, yesterday's enemy is today's friend. I have no problem welcoming you into the Resistance. I was once part of the Imperial Court, but as the Imperial Order's influence grew, so did my dissatisfaction. It turns a blind eye on its people and taxes them to support its own excesses. I joined the Resistance to bring things right, but the Imperial Order is being manipulated by a powerful figure. I fight so that I may learn who is controlling the Imperial Order from the shadows and defeat him. Kaiba, I don't know why you pretend to fight for the Emperor, but you will reach your goal faster than fighting by my side. I guarantee you that. The Resistance will continue to grow. The Emperor's rule is weakening and will soon be nothing but a memory. Join with me. Together we can... What's happening in there, Kaiba? I should go. Give my orphans some thought. Well, the plot thickens. What's the meaning of this, Haitian? I won't have to put up with your impudence much longer now, Kaiba. Explain yourself. The court will now hear the case against Kaiba for disobeying military orders. Stand up, Kaiba. The court will now hear testimony from Marthas, Governor of Military Affairs for the Imperial Army. Explain Kaiba's crimes to the court, Marthas. As you wish, Your Highness. Even though Lord Kaiba was given charge of the Imperial Guard and tasked with protecting the life of the Emperor, during the battle at Eno, I witnessed Kaiba meeting and having secret discussions with a member of the Resistance. His actions are a violation of Article 15, Paragraph 2 of the Imperial Military Regulations. The same regulations call for the execution of any person convicted of subverting the rule of our great Emperor. I ask that he be punished in strict accordance with the law. There's your explanation, Kaiba. Do you have anything to say for yourself? What a farce. This is so absurd. I don't even feel like addressing the charges. And I'm fed up with your insolence. You seem to have let the fact that you do well on the battlefield go to your head. So, Marthas, you were just looking for dirt on orders from Heshin, is that correct? But you needed an excuse to get rid of me legally. Now I see why you were so useless on the battlefield.
What a perfect role for a wretch like you. Hishin knew he couldn't leave the army in your competent hands. He may be a useless old bag of bones, but he certainly found the right job for you. You're the one making deals with the resistance. You never won on the battlefield. The whole thing was a setup. Only someone totally inadequate on the battlefield would come up with a story like that. Both of you keep quiet. This is still my court. Kaiba, I will now pass judgment. You will be stripped of your rank as leader of the Imperial Guard and executed at noon on the day after next. Your execution will be public. It will be a good reminder. That is all. Any last words for yourself, Kaiba? Nope. Other than to say that I'd like to open your skull and see just how much brain matter you're missing. At least I know that I won't have to put up with your insubordination much longer. Don't get too happy. The excitement might be too much for your own hearts. I'm sure a heart attack would be painful, even if you are just a program. Take him away! Seto, over here. You're here, good. Is everything ready? Yep, Bones says he wants to come with us. We gotta way out past the guards. Our escape from Sigvarst is all set. Good, let's get going then. Alright. Since you're no longer part of the squad, you are gone. So... I don't want to give him this elf. I want to give him this dark elf. Because that would be an interesting change of pace. I'm going to do something a little blasphemous and give Kaiba one of Joey's monsters. Kaiba, you traitor! You are completely surrounded. If you give up now, I may spare your life. As if I would ever believe that promise from you. The answer is no. I will never give in. Stop acting so tough. We have you vastly outnumbered. Do you really think you stand a chance? You are too arrogant for your own good. That's what I hate most about you, Kaiba. You have no respect for the Emperor's authority and rule. You're right. I have no respect for that old sack of bones. Why don't you shut up and attack already? I'm looking forward to yanking out that tongue of yours. You asked for it! Attack! I'll reward the man that captures Kaiba, whatever he wants. Of course, Blackluster Soldier deals a lot of damage. When has that monster ever not been good? Even back in the day, the vanilla one was not terrible. It was a force to be reckoned with. But then once it got retrained in the Envoy, then all bets were off. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, there's also a hidden stat. Speed. That's another thing that matching up colors does. Oh no, it's Penguin Soldier! The strongest monster in all of Duel Monsters! Especially if you pair it up with no penguin. Oh, that was a crit. That's pretty sad. Not a chance. And this should just annihilate it. Yep. I think I might have made BOS a little too strong. And yes, folks, that is Fortress Rail. One monster that is a pain to obtain, but once you do, it is so worth it. Missed. For his forces, save for one. Well, besides himself and one other guy. Because like the other mission, he actually doesn't... Nobody actually responds. No! Stay back, I say! Don't come near me! The reason why I send Bones after this guy is because his monsters are mage busters. And that illusory gentleman is no pushover. love how I make it so Bones, of all people, walks all over certain characters. I just find that funny. Because you don't expect that. I mean, excuse me. Zombie boy, oi! I missed twice. That's impressive. Now, by taking out Marthas, you actually don't win this campaign immediately. Of course, this is one of the few times you're allowed to do this. I might as well see if they have anything interesting. Not really. Stuff I already have.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Now, Kaiba actually has some of the lowest amount of roaming monsters in the game. Because in these campaigns, he doesn't get any roaming monsters for quite a while. He gets that Berthamet, and that's basically it for quite some time. I'm ignoring the baby dragon because what can it really do? If it doesn't have a time wizard nearby, there's really not much baby dragon can do on its own. Yep, it's pretty sad. But one of the OG, pretty strong fusion monsters. And quite the mint if you packed it back in the day. Thousand Dragon. Gah! Goodness, my boy, you've already finished them off. There's nothing left for me to do. Pegasus, what are you doing here? I heard about your trial with Sigvaris and rushed here as fast as I could. But it looks like I am too late. More likely you are far too quick. I didn't need your help. Marthas was never a match for me. You're now being chased by the Empire because you were seen talking to me. How very unlucky. It doesn't matter. I wasn't fighting for the Empire anyway. Aha! So my feelings about you were right. But none of that matters now. You cannot return to the Empire. It will be impossible for you to accomplish your goals by yourself. The Emperor will send the Imperial Guard after you. Why don't you join my resistance? We can help. Not that again. Thanks for the offer, but I don't like working for others. You dismissed my offer too hastily, my friend. I want you to be the leader. What? I may be a marshal, but I'm not an experienced fighter. I've been looking for a skilled new leader to help me defeat the Empire.
I think you're perfect for the job. If you'll join us, I'll happily give up the mantle of leadership to you.
Why?
I don't want the people of my land or anywhere on this continent to suffer anymore. The world could be a beautiful place, man and monster living in peace, but the trash needs to go first. I'm happy to lend my strength to help accomplish that goal. I know that you have your own goals, but you cannot accomplish them on your own. You need help, you'll have that. I have a feeling that when you accomplish your goals, I will also accomplish my own. I do truly want to help.
Okay, I will lead your army, but you'll get no thanks from me. We're both getting something we want.
Of course, haha, the resistance is more powerful than ever now. Both my man Labyrinth Ruler and I will fight for you as marshals. Please give us a chance. Alright, so now we have some extra marshals. So I'm restructuring his team. That Zanky is actually going here. There's a reason for this. If I can find it. There it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and give it the Call of the Grave. And now it is Armored Zombie. One of the most broken monsters in this game. Alright, Pegasus. I'm going to leave Bickery Box with him. Give him the Illusory Gentleman and what else works for him? Enchanting Mermaid. Yeah, that would be funny. I'll give him the Dark Elf. I'll keep the Bickery Box because that's actually a pretty good monster. As for you, I am going to give you... Okay, first, Mokuba. Mokuba, how many times have I had to tell you? If at first you don't succeed, then blast him with your blue eyes again! I think that'll work. Okay, I know exactly what to give this guy. I'll give him Labyrinth Tank, because he's the Labyrinth Ruler. I'll give him Machine King, because that fits. I would give him the Gate Guardian pieces, but on their own, they're not that good in this game, sadly. I'll give him Jinzo. Just give him like a whole machine squad.
Huh? Seto Kaiba, is that you? I'm former Duel Masters Champion of Japan, Weevil. Never heard of you. What? You think you can make fun of me and get away with it? I expected the ruler of the forest to be a major player. Why don't you give up now and come work for me? Oh, you're asking for it. Work for you, huh? You'll be working for me by the time we're done. I'm sorry. That's not the best imitation I've done. Alright,
just going to sit here and hold position for a while. Because he has a decent sized force of all the same monsters. If this map sort of looks familiar, the Black Chaos Ruins and the Deep Forest of Inzem are basically the same maps. It's just one's a dark forest and one's just a normal forest. I think this is why there's not a lot of roaming monsters in Kaiba's campaign, because he gets a lot more marshals back to back. Hunter Spider, there's a monster I'm not really too crazy about. It's not bad, it's just... I don't know. I'm not a person that really dislikes spiders. I'm just a person that's like, eh. Man-eater bug, huh? Well, the only thing he can attack at all is Jinzo. Everything else is a machine. By the way.
One thing about the Labyrinth Ruler, he is actually a returning character from Forbidden Memories, and you could actually grind against him to get the Gate Guardian pieces if you wanted to. The only problem is Gate Guardian is summoned through very unconventional means. Also, now you're fighting on my turf, the Wasteland. In more ways than one. The Wasteland is my turf on way more ways than one. This is why Armored Zombie is broken. It guarantee paralyzes any monster that it attacks. And then I also have the Snake Hair who can do that. And then eventually Dragon Zombie gains poison, but he doesn't get it for a while. The fact that Armored Zombie can get paralysis right out of the gate is very overpowered. Domination. This guy I think only has like a... Nah, it's full powered. Hunter Spider. But I know that that's all I have left. Ooh! Well, that's it for you. I was trying to command him, but it wouldn't let me. Oh well. Just dominate this guy too.
Ah yes, the equivalence to make it so my opponent can't Yu-Gi-Oh! Believe me, it's not as fun as it sounds. This thing can attack 8 times. You see why I say Armored Zombie is OP? Alright, Bones, move aside. Let Pegasus deal with this guy. And then Mokuba can start claiming some bases for me. So yes, Axe, as I said, your Christmas gift is something that took a lot of research, a lot of testing, until I got it right. You'll get it next time I'm up in your direction. It'll probably be, probably next Thursday. Unless you're the one that's not viewing me. Oh yeah, another thing. If you thought Among Us was stressful before, it's worse now. They have a Michael Myers mode now, and it is very stressful. So it works like this. It's hide and seek. It's called hide and seek mode. So one person starts the game as imposter, no matter what, and it's revealed to you right away. Reason being is you're supposed to run away and hide from the one imposter. They have like no kill cooldown, and then they're able to kill you very quickly. And what makes it terrifying is the music gets more and more intense the closer the imposter gets to you. Alright, I'm about done here anyway. I think one more campaign and then that's going to be it for the night. All the time I'm going to have anyway. Because I haven't been getting a lot of sleep lately, I would like to. Now, unlike before, these guys do eventually respawn, but I think I can beat Weevil before they even do. But how it works as well is the crewmates are able to vent to get away, but they can only do it for so long. And if they sit in a vent and do nothing, they'll be forced out. And then the other thing that happens is the crewmates do tasks to decrease the amount of time the guy has to hunt the others down. Alright. His basic insect actually sucks because it doesn't have the equipment to make it broken. It's just, yeah, I wish it were a little. Then again, I guess it would make this fight a little too difficult, so I understand why they did it. And then Weevil joins their squad as is. So Weevil's going to be kind of mad for a little bit because we get two of his really good monsters later on. The Hercules Beetle is probably the best one to see out of him for a bit. There is a campaign later on that lets you get two of his best monsters, which of course are Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth and Insect Queen, but it's an uphill battle. Oh, I can actually finish him off. Cool. Boom, chakalaka. No! How could I lose? I told you, we could have avoided this whole fight if you just joined me when I told you to. Now you have to work for me, just as we agreed on. Any questions? Kaiba. Never mind. We're probably after the same thing anyway. That's better. Oh, and try to carry your weight on the battlefield. So, by process of elimination, who's the next one we're going to get? As if it wasn't obvious. We just got Weevil, and he clues us in that there's another marshal that can help us. Gee, I wonder who that would be. Nah, not ringing any bells. Nope. Can't think of anything. Should I really do this? I'm giving it the Celtic Guardian! Giving Weevil the Celtic Guardian. Oh, this will be amazing. Okay, I'm going to equip everyone with Sword of any of my warriors with Sword of Dragon Soul, because they're going to be the reason why we get through this campaign very easily. So, like the D4s of Inzum, this is basically a recolor and a restructure of another map you've seen before. Anyone that enters these lands must face me. Kaiba, aren't you the president of the Kaiba Corporation? Yes, I am, but I don't know you. You would if I hadn't lost so early at the Battle City tournament. I always wanted a chance to take you on. Whoever loses has to work for the other. Are you game? Interesting. I accept your challenge. Okay, like before, let's just go ahead and reinforce ourselves. Send Kaiba over the mountains. Pegasus here. Send Mokuba there. Send Weevil off in that direction. And I'm going to have Bones sit outside. Ouch. The thing is, though, I'm only keeping one of Rex's monsters on his side because, unfortunately, they are classified as dragon monsters in this game, and dragon monsters suck, aside from a specific few, which are the obvious ones, like the Red Eyes Black Dragon, the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Of course those monsters are good, they're
Those monsters are legendary. Everyone knows them. Hold it. Now you're on my turf. And now you're on my mercy. And down you go. It's that easy sometimes. Nice. As if Armored Zombie can't attack a lot as it is, now it can attack up to 10 times. That is beyond broken. Oh my goodness. This is why I equipped Sword of Dragon Soul to the warrior monsters I have. 10 HP, are you for real right now? Excuse me, 10 LP. I forgot that this game runs on actual Yu-Gi-Oh terms. So, life points. Did you just blow a... Did you just throw a bloody harpoon at me? Yeah, this campaign and the last one get kind of boring because you're fighting the same guy over and over again. Love how they're in charge of their own forces, yet this is the best they can do. And there we go. Holy crap, that is overkill. Oh, I get attacked again. Not a chance. Oh yes, one thing that you missed last week was I actually failed a campaign. It was actually kind of hilarious because I was trying so hard to stop him, but there was nothing I could do. Tried so hard to chase him down, but he took my main base before I could stop him. Fortunately, it wasn't a very long-winded campaign, like when I failed in Mission to Rescue Taya. So... Yeah, I have blown things before. That's what I get for underestimating my opponents. My hubris catching up with me. My bravado goes out the window, so is my hubris. And then I get punished. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. It's a very underwhelming fight because I don't even think they're up to your level, are they? No, they are. But Mountain Warrior sucks. And Tiger Axe is the only halfway decent monster of this group, and even he's not that good. I mean, I guess I just had to fill out the catalog somehow. I completely forgot this was an encounter. Ow.
to be fair, these monsters aren't even that special in the actual card game. Because Tiger Axe is just, I think, a 4-star 1300. The alt art of it's cool, though. And the Mountain Warrior is a 3-star monster with 600 attack and 1000 defense. Yeah, I don't expect much out of these two, even no matter what game they're in. Oh, chalk that one up to an accident. I completely forgot that that was here. But it's over with. Wow, pretty impressive. Well then, I guess I'll be helping you out. What better way to make up for my rude entrance, right? You just tell me what you want me to do, boss man. Now, the Mountain Warriors did not join you. That is on purpose. The Mountain Warrior will join you later. I'm thinking literally the next campaign. Get him, Celtic Guardian! I can't believe that I'm unironically using my Celtic Guardian. But he did carry me early games, so I guess I have to give him some respect. Oh yeah, this reminds me. I was watching a tournament that an AI tournament that a YouTuber and streamer put together, and Weevil Underwood made it to top, I think, 16 or top 8, which is very impressive considering the field he had to go through, including Pendulum, NXCs, and Synchro decks. Showing that at the end of the day, your mechanics don't really matter, do they? Of course, that's easy to say, and then you look at how the game is now, but during the time period of, like, early Arc 5, it was interesting. That was actually a halfway decent era. Alrighty. That's pretty much every territory. Now for the boss. But yeah, this is a copy and paste of the Beastly Badlands. The only difference is it's during the day versus in the evening. Of
course, if you wait around long enough, it can be in the evening. But, you know. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey! The Dino Squad is coming through. I get why, but at the same time I don't. Whenever you obtain these marshals, they're actually weaker than when you fought them previously. That's one thing that never made a lot of sense to me. I mean, I understand the marshal themselves being weaker, but don't give me their monsters weaker. That doesn't make any sense. And yes, I am actually going to beat Raptor legitimately here. I am not using Obelisk. I just felt like smacking Pegasus around with Obelisk because it was funny. That's it. Yeah, Blackluster's soldier surely is overpowered in this game. But I mean, it makes sense. Darn! It didn't even face him. Can't you call that an attack? Why don't you just admit defeat and save yourself a beating? Alright, we're probably fighting for the same thing anyway. Exactly. Try to keep up and stay out of my way. Okay, so the only monster on Rex's squad that I'm keeping is the two-headed King Rex. The rest of his monsters I am ditching because, as I mentioned, they're not very good because they're classified as dragon monsters. And that really bothers me. Because dragon monsters are not very good in this game. You know what? I'm going to make this fitting. Let's give him back Red Eyes Black Dragon. And because I feel like I'm going to pair him up with Summon Skull. Then at least he has options. I mean, it was his monster to begin with. And just because I feel like being funny, I'm going to give this guy the weakest monsters that I have. Just because he's just stuck here for the rest of the game. So you get Swordsman from a foreign land. Kaiba has utility, so it's not the weakest. Shadow Spectre. And, I'll give you Dark Plant. There you go, you have the best monster lineup. Yeah! Alright, so I'm going to save, and this is where I'm going to end things off. So, till then, I will see you all next week. Same time, same place.